Hello, my name is Brian Stacks. This is my Java2Week 4 video review. This week we're entailed to create 4 applications. The first of which was supposed to have an application that has 2 screens, a list and an ad, with also the ability to long click the list item and remove it. So I will. This is my list fragment, and we grab our arguments that we get from the add fragments. We add them to an array list. We add that to our array adapter, and then we set the array adapter, and then we set the on long click listener that when we do that we'll remove the item at the position, and then we'll just reset the adapter and turn true. In our add fragment, we're just getting our edit text and our buttons by IDs, setting a click listener for get the edit text to strings, and then send that to the fragment new instance of the list fragment. And with the add action, we're putting our add action in our options menu, and then I'm just calling this public function to set the list view and start the application to actually add enter the data. And this will be my case 1. Case 1, our client has requested to build an application that serves as a roster for a Little League baseball team with 6 teams of 9 players. They would like the application to allow the user to select a team and display the names for each member of the selected team. With this one, I used the spinner navigation. And in the spinner navigation, I just have a main activity and 6 team fragment for each team and a layout for each team. In our main activity, we have our own create method, and we've got our string of teams. A string array would be our title sections for each team. Down here in on navigation item selector, we use, if the position is the first one, we grab that team, and so on the team 2 fragment, and so we just grab it by position. And each team fragment is set up with the onCreated activity with a string array of team players. We can just grab an array adapter, put that string array to it, get a list view, and then set the adapter to our list view. And that was pretty simple. Just use static data to supply the team list. And I will run all these apps at the end. Case 2, your client has requested you build a weather application prototype using a Weather Underground API. Provides the user with 3 features that were frequently accessed: a detailed forecast, a current time, and an hour-by-hour forecast. And since it only had 3 main parts that it needed to show, the 3 forecasts, I used a tabbed activity because it didn't need no more than the 3 tabs. And it had each forecast is actually just as important as the other because they all could be what you're looking for. So on the tabbed activity, we in our settings sections pager adapter, we get the item, the fragment item, we get the position here, and for what position we pick, we'll request the data from our API call. And then here in our fragment, we just set that text to the text view. And we also do all our calls in our async task. We've got a JSON parser activity, HTTP manager, and then the fragments to display each of the forecast. In our case study 3, our client has requested us to build a news app prototype using the static data with 4 main features: a main page that shows a featured story, a news page which displays a list of recent stories, an image gallery for viewing breaking news images, and a settings page to disable data over mobile. This is our code. Here we used a slide out menu because we had more than 3 features that needed to be implemented. So I thought the slide out menu would be best for this. We have a fragment for the featured news, a fragment for the images viewer, the recent news stories, and the settings fragment. Each one has the current XML and that they need. So in our main activity, we got our navigation drawer fragment. This is the code it puts in there, and this is where we need on the navigation drawer item selected. It gives us a position. We grab that position of which slide out menu we choose, and from that we grab that fragment and display that fragment. And this is your own sections attached. This is where I give our titles to our sections: featured stories, recent stories, breaking news images, and settings. And the rest of it is just the auto-generated code. But we do have our own click here. That this is where we're checking and setting our mobile data on and off. So I will start with this one, and we will run our way backwards. So this will be so here we have our opening page. This is our featured story page. This is our slide out menu. We hit our recent stories, and we give you a story archive of list of the story archives. If you hit that, you've selected the story archive. Our breaking news images will give you a scrollable list of images that can be saved, and also our settings that we can turn on and off mobile data. And we also give an alert letting you know your data has been changed. So that is for the case study 3. Here we'll do our case study 2. This will be the weather app. So we have our current forecast. The weather's the 69. Our hourly forecast now is 64. In an hour it'll be 61. In 2 hours it'll be 57. Weekly forecast, Monday is the high and the low for each day of the week. And then, like I said, I just used a tabbed activity. So this will be our case 1. This will be the baseball team. Application. We'll run this. And we'll see, we'll have team 1. It has first, second, third base, catcher, right field, left field, center field, shortstop, and the pitcher. You can select the spinner, and you'll get team 2. It has different team 3. Team 4, Team 5, and Team 6. This is our navigating around. Oh, yeah, debug. Shouldn't matter. So we got navigating around. We got an add button up in the context menu. Add our name. And we'll save. And we'll get that in the list. We click and hold on it, and it deletes the item. And that. Thank you for watching my